Podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. And we have begun another one. I hope it's off to a fine start for you. Some of you have the day off for Juneteenth. Stu has a day off. A guy who delivers Dippin' Dots. The Dippin' Dots crew gave our pal Stu the day off. Okay? This is like a national holiday. It's a big deal. It's like the end of slavery. All right? So if you have the day off, good for you. Good for you. Yeah, as you can see, some of you can see. I got my crew here. I got Darla. I got Bruce. Benny's in the other room. O'Neill here. Listen to what O'Neill did. I was so pissed off when this happened. I was like, I can never speak of this. Whenever I'm really mad, then I'm like, or shocked. I'm not going to talk about this. There's no way. And then I'm like, well, why the fuck wouldn't I talk about this? This is incredible. I was so pissed off at O'Neill, and that is rare for me to actually be mad at O'Neill. I was preparing the Father's Day Shish Kebab Festival. I cut up the food and I marinate all of the pieces of meat and cut up my vegetables, and then I transport this across the state on ice to my dad's house, and we have a shish kebab party. So I'm cutting up. I have 3 pounds of top sirloin steak. And I have to cut them up in 1-inch cubes, like squares. That's a cube, I guess. 2 of the 3 pounds are on the cutting board, and he consumed them. He ate 2 of the 3 pounds of raw steak. Now, that won't hurt a dog. They're like kind of set up to eat that type of crazy shit. Of the 3 pounds that I was cutting, he ate 2 of them. And it's the old doggy distraction technique. Dinah went upstairs to take a shower, and then I noticed that she did not bring Darla up with her. And that's kind of like at this stage of the game, I don't know. It just fell through the cracks. She should have taken the dog upstairs, knowing that I'm completely engaged in getting this food ready. It's at 9:30 at night on Saturday. Sunday, we have to leave. All I want to do is finish cutting up this food and then do what I have to do, put it in the fridge, and then go to bed. Darla's like, I got to go outside. I'm like, fuck. I don't think for a second. Okay. And I just walked away from 2 pounds of steak. And so obviously you know what happened. But so I take Darla outside to go potty. And it was, when I was as far away from that door, the back door, that it hit me. I went, oh no. Because O'Neill is like long. He can very easily, he jumps on his back. He gets on his back legs and he'll put his face easily. If there's anything like a foot, like within the first foot of the countertop in this island that we have, he can get to it. He's done this many times over the years. And right away I went, oh no. I put the most delicious thing ever that he could possibly want up there, and he has access to it as we speak. Right now, he's probably consuming it. Well, by the time I realized it was gone, because I then picked up Darla and ran into the house, and where there was 2 pounds of steak is nothing. I mean, there's no trace. And he's looking at me like, hey, boy, that was great. Thanks a lot. And he has this look in his face, like kind of like dog shame a little bit. But he didn't care. I mean, I would have done the same thing. And I was like, oh, well. So I go upstairs and I bring Darla upstairs. And I go, this is kind of your fault. The Diane, I go, you should have. I didn't even know Darla was down here. You got to. I mean, if you'd have even said something, I would have made you take her upstairs. This is bullshit. Now I got to go and drive out 6 miles to Meyer at 10 o'clock at night and get more meat and get this ready. This is bullshit. Now, in hindsight, she cannot be blamed. She cannot, I would say, in fact, in hindsight, I get 85 to 90% of the blame for leaving the food out. It was my fault, but I was pissed. And then O'Neill got put into the dog kennel for about half an hour. And then I let him out because I felt bad. He would come on out. You're just being a dog, you know? There's nothing. It's me, not you. Okay. You did what you're programmed to do. Instead of going back out, spending $16 more on 2 more pounds of sirloin. Oh my God. More on my event with my dad in a second. In fact, let me just dive right into that. So this is Slaughter the Turk's shish kebab extravaganza Father's Day. It's a tradition now. So the key is to making these marinades. And there's 3 different marinades. One for the beef, one for the chicken, one for the shrimp. And you're buying shit and everything's from scratch. A little bit of olive oil, a little bit of lemon juice, and in the chicken, you take the olive oil, 1/4 cup olive oil, and then you use a cheese grater, the fine setting, and you zest an orange, a lemon, and a lime. So all that zest collects, and you dump it right in there. Then you cut the orange in half, the lemon in half, and the lime in half, and you juice it into there. Then you add a whole bunch of other, I think, like bay leaves. No, not bay leaves. Basil. Or if you have tarragon. Tarragon's hard to find. A good substitute is fresh bay leaves. But it has that licorice-y essence to it. And then you put the meat in there and you let it marinate for at least 2 hours. Oh my God. Kenny says if you made TikTok videos of these recipes, you'd probably be making bank. I agree. I know that. Well, I don't know if I'd be making bank. All I'm doing is ripping shit off the internet, but that's what people consume these days is TikTok videos. And I've thought about that, and I'm like, but I'm just not in the business of making TikTok videos. It takes time to do that. First of all, you have to shoot the video. You have to make the recipe and then shoot the video. And that's one process. And then by the time you edit it all together and make it look presentable, it's a lot of time. And that's time that I could be doing on my bread and butter. And that is what I'm doing right now. That's time away from what I was born to do, and that is talk to you. So I always talk myself out of it. It's like, because if you're going to do a TikTok video, you can't just make one TikTok video and expect the world to see it. You've got to make hundreds of TikTok videos and build your audience. And then, they watch your content. It takes years. It takes a lot of time to build this, to do that. And that's not my game, man. I'm chit-chat, loudmouth, pop-off guy. Tell stories, giggle, ha-ha, story here. Tell people to fuck off. And then I'm a TikToker. I don't want to be a fucking TikToker. That's too much fucking work. This is enough work now. It's either podcast or TikTok. Pick one. It's easier for me to sit here and bullshit with you for 2 hours than be a TikToker. I do not want the work involved with being a TikToker. And that's embarrassing. Hey, I'm 53. I'm a TikToker. Huh? What? No, fuck that shit. Chris says, TikTok is a pain in the ass with the algorithms. Christmas crack algorithms. All right. Hang on, I got to finish this coffee. And then plenty to talk about. Holy shit. Don't go anywhere. Hang on. One of two. All right, now we are good. Now the day can begin. Let the day begin. In fact, driving back from my dad's yesterday, I got 25 miles down the road, and I said, I have to pull over. We have to stop at a Starbucks. I have to get a Grande Pike's Place immediately. I did that, and then it was too damn hot. I'm like, I got to get this in my system. Thank God it cooled down quick enough, and then I knocked it back, and we survived. I was falling asleep. I was like, I can't do it. I need more energy. I need that caffeine boost. So we have all of this food and drive over to my dad's, get there. First one there, thank God. Started making the risotto. Oh, my God. My Slaughter the Turks risotto. Have you ever made risotto on your own? It's so fantastic. And this is the easiest shit ever. You go to the store and you buy arboreal rice. They're big. They look like pearls. Arboreal rice. And then in a frying pan, or because I made a double portion, I put it in like a kettle. You heat up the oil and you drop shallots, which are the most pungent things ever. Shallots are like high energy onions on steroids. Minced shallots. And if you have to mince shallots, it will destroy your eyes. So either have a fan aiming on the cutting board to blow the shallot fumes out of your face, ventilation, or wear a pair of fucking swim goggles. But even then, it gets in your nose. It'll fuck you up, your throat. Mince the shallots. You throw it into the pan, and then about 2 minutes, they start to become translucent. You put the rice in, and you coat the rice in the oil, and then after about 2-3 minutes, that starts to turn translucent. Then you just start adding chicken broth. No, I take it back. 5 tablespoons of white wine. Let that absorb. That doesn't take long to absorb. And then, 1 cup chicken broth. Stir, stir, stir. Another cup. Stir, stir. Let it absorb, And then you do that until all the chicken broth is gone. And then you take it off the heat and you add a cup of Parmesan cheese. Good Parmesan cheese, not the stupid shit you get in a can. And then it becomes ridiculous. Oh, my God. If you want the a recipe, it's on the back of the arboreal rice can or plastic canister that it comes in. You must do this. So good. Jesus. Go to my dad's, make the rice, set everything up. I turn on the grill. I brought this little portable grill. Grill doesn't work. I'm like, oh, my God. We're fucked. I turn around. My dad's grill is there. I go, Dad, is this still working? He goes, I don't know, guy. Hasn't worked in a long. I haven't checked it in a long time. Last time it was used, you used it. I go, all right. Turn it on. Works. Oh, thank God. Saved the day. We would have been so fucked. Best laid plans of mice and men. Something that can go wrong will go wrong. Shit. So it was my dad, Joanne, Eric, Diana, my son, Jim, Aubrey, and the grandkids stayed back. It's tough traveling with them. It's not so much that it's traveling with kids is tough, but one of the kids with being Rowan traveling is the autism makes things a little bit more challenging. Jackie, Justin, my brother Jim, his wife Sandy, my brother Norman. Norman makes an appearance. Norman Bummer joins us. And off we go. Wonderful time. I hope you as dads, you had a great time and you did all the dad things. I got a new camp stove. My camp stove went on the fritz. This is the thing, the Coleman stove. You open it up, you hook the propane up to it, and then you fry some eggs by the fucking tent. Mine, we've had since before Diana and I got married. It's a relic. and it went kaput. So I got a new camp stove for Father's Day. That is such a dad gift, a camp stove. So all was awesome. It was a busy weekend, to be sure. This is your old pal EZ with the Queen of the Forest at Grand Rapids Pride. Look at my belly and how fat. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 rolls. You can tell this is where my belly button is. Fat as shit. My titties sticking out. I'm nipping. Oh my God. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. Something has to be done. I'm really pushing. None of my clothes fit. None. This is EZ with Bender Bones from the Satanic Temple of West Michigan. Now, Bender and the Satanic Temple of West Michigan are on the corner of Ottawa and it doesn't matter. They're right on the corner. And in the middle of the street there, probably 20 feet away from where Bender is, there's a couple of dudes with signs that say Jesus is coming, repent. You know, they're protesting, I guess. And just with the sign, they didn't stay long. Some chick that looked like a linebacker for the Los Angeles Rams stood next to them while playing, like she had a Bluetooth speaker, just standing next to him, playing it as loud as she could just to kind of shoo him away. And they're ignoring her. I mean, you got to have some, the fact that, you know, hey, I'm going to go and I'm going to do this. I'm going to protest. It's like, fucking why? Before that, there was a young lady walking down the street with a sign, a gigantic sign, and it said, I love big old fat bitch titties. That's what her sign said. I love big old fat bitch titties. Holy cow. So Chris says, I love this, EZ. Fuck yeah, pride. Oh, stop, EZ. You two look super cute, and I love the Bender Bone selfie. Purple shirt that I had, EZ practicing his grimace look. Oh, yeah, I'm round. Bender is one of the sweetest people on the planet. Here's where I'm confused. And I'll have to go back and listen to my interview with Bender when I had Bender on the show from Satanic Temple of West Michigan. There is nothing evil, rude, upsetting about Bender. Bender and everyone that's with him from the Satanic Temple of West Michigan, these are nice people. They're friendly. And so this is what I'm confused by, even though we did talk about this when he was with me on the show. But I'm trying to figure these people out because there's nothing. They don't believe in the devil. They don't believe in hell. Is this just a human rights organization masked as devil worshipers or masked as satanic in order to get people to, I think maybe, and I'm just speculating, maybe the point is, who cares who they worship? That's not the idea. That's not the focus. You have to look beyond all of that, okay, to be able to pay attention to actually who is there. And maybe that's it. I'm not sure. But there's nothing negative about these people when it comes to their behaviors, how polite they are. You know, if you remember the tenets of now this is not Church of Satan. Church of Satan is different than Satanic Temple of West Michigan. Very different. So I still am trying to, and I can probably try for as long as I want, and I won't forever, and I won't get it. So I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what they're called. I don't give a fuck what they wear. I don't give a fuck what they believe in. I know what I believe in, and that's baby Jesus died on the cross, and you know, and my whole view of the world. But that's not going to stop me from appreciating these people. I love these people. They're great. And I saw Bender and I took a picture of him. As you can see, him and I standing there next to each other. And him and his crew was there. They were all together. And there was one fantastic moment that took place because dudes with the signs are like, oh, my God. And they're repent. Jesus is coming. And chick with the sign, it says, I love big old bitch titty, comes walking by. And then Bender, people are like on their knees and they're in front of the giant goat head, which is almost like what he stands behind when he's talking to them. And he gets all these people to go yell, Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Right across from where the guys with the signs. Oh, it was a show. It was an absolute show. Aram provides some insight. He says Satan is not an evil symbol in their organization. In Paradise Lost, Satan is a sympathetic character who kicked out of heaven and made the most of hell. All right, well, maybe. I don't know. But, dude, there was so much going on. I have so many questions. The Queen of the Forest and I are walking through, and there was, it's quite a, I mean, you've got various organizations that are like, hey, outreach to the community. You could, and then there's marketing. There's people that are actually selling their wares. You know, you might have someone from an accepting church next to a place that is selling things that you can put in your asshole. I'm not even kidding you. This one particular tent you go in, and there's hundreds of booths, by the way, hundreds of them. And they're set because a lot of these people have like fans. All right. And you open up the fan and there's a message on it. And when you look into their tent, the fans are open and you can see the different ones you can purchase. And holy shit. Suck my cunt would be on one of the fans. Eat my cum. What? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I think that when they set this shit up, they should have because there's like little kids in one booth face painting, getting balloon animals and getting Jolly Ranchers. And they're like, hey, look, Mom, I got this. And right next to them is the booth with fans that say, suck my cum and eat my cunt. And I'm like, what the fuck am I seeing here? Kids standing in front of fans that say, eat my cunt. I don't even like saying it. It's horrible. I'm like, as subtle as a sledgehammer in the face. I mean, wouldn't it make sense to have the Suck My Cunt fan squad and I don't know, whatever else is more of adult in nature and kind of like an adults only zone, wouldn't it? I mean, do you have to put it next to the face painting kids on one side and Jake from State Farm on the other? Which, by the way, Jake from State Farm, they have a big cutout. State Farm loves the gays. A lot of marketing went into this. So, it's good. It is it was an enjoyable event. They said no weapons. And I said, bullshit. I'm packing. I had my piece on my hip because I don't trust the psychopath right who want to shoot up the gay pride parade. And I sure as hell didn't trust the flunkies they had there walking around with pistols. They had private security. And they all look like, a bunch of washed out security guards. I'm like, I don't know about this crew. I don't know if these are the best guys you can have. So fuck that. I'm carrying my piece. So I'm walking around Pride with a 9mm hollow point, 16 rounds in the magazine on my hip, with a with a purple shirt that says "I love the gays." Cole says, "I don't care about signs. If there's no metal detector, I also carry." Yeah, you got to be careful in some places. I know about the signs too. Say no guns. You're like, fuck you. You're not going to even know that I have the damn thing there. Ryan says, you never know when MAGA supremacists are going to stand up and stand by and stand up and stand down and stand by. Let's see. What else did I want to discuss about the Pride Festival hilarity? That's about it. As the day wore on, we ended up leaving. And then I wore the same getup as Stu McAllister came over my house, and we headed over to Griff's Georgetown for the Grand Raggedy Roller Derby event. Okay, this is my honest review of Grand Raggedy Roller Derby. First of all, the place was packed. They draw well. All right. We're talking, there was just a lot of people that a lot of people paid to get into that. And that was sweet to see. This is on a flat track. And I think I'm getting the idea of how you score points and how this takes place. The thing is, it got a little long. I watched the first game, and there's like a halftime. I didn't know there was a halftime. I thought it was like the first game, and then there was an intermission, and then they play another game. But no, it was halftime of this thing. So that's fine. You know, the ladies need to recover. But then, they came back out, and it's kind of like be weird for me to describe to you some of how the points are scored. When you go to the next one, there's like a little sheet that explains what the hell's going on there. But I will say this. It looks very, very difficult, and it looks like it's exhausting. Like a lot of people were tired at the end of this thing. And what stood out to me the most was in a full contact sport, everybody behaved. Like, there's rules. You can't grab. You can't throw people down. The only way you can impede, like block the jammer who's trying to get by the blockers to score points, is you have to kind of get in their way, and they're like holding arms, trying to like keep the jammer from getting through them. And you can just basically get in the way and use your hips. If you have a big ass in roller derby with a little bit of thud behind it, if you have a juicy ass and you can move, you can keep the jammer from getting by you. So I think the best person is juicy ass, but still agile to keep the usually slender, nimble jammer from squeezing by you. And if the jammer steps out of the line, they have to go back about 15 feet to the back of the jam there and get back in and then try it all over again. And if they can get by, then they score points for every member of the opposition that they get by. So, and then they go all the way around. They catch up to the pack again. Do it again. You try to get by as many as you can. Each jam is a maximum of 2 minutes. And some of them did go that long, and these chicks were tired at the end of that. But one of the things that stood out to me was if these were guys, there'd be fights every single time. The sportsmanship was off the hook. I couldn't believe it. I didn't see one chick get pissed at another chick. If they did, you couldn't tell. And if you do anything that you're not supposed to do, like grab or something like that, or you get a penalty, you got to go sit for a certain, like in the penalty box. And then you play short a chick. And then that makes it easier for the other team to get by you. So that's how you score points. We got our asses kicked. The Grand Raggedy Roller Derby team got beaten badly by the Ann Arbor team. One of the nice people that are on the team was sitting next to me. There's like an A team and a B team. B team waits for the A team to finish, and then the B team. I couldn't stay for that. It got too long. That is my only complaint. There's too much wait time between it 2 hours is my time limit. Okay, to get me to sit for 2 hours on rock hard bleachers is pushing it. And at the end of the 2 hours, I could feel it. I was like, I can't take it anymore. I got to get the fuck out of here. My ADHD is buzzing like you wouldn't believe. So the event starts at 4:30. You do the first half. Halftime's like 15 minutes. Do another half. And then they wait another 15 minutes. I'm like, no. And then, oh, fuck. I mean, the first one ends, and then they announce like MVP and shit like that. And all right, that's cool. But then here's the intermission. 15 more. No. Get the other team out there immediately. Too much time. So I said, that's it. I'm leaving. I can't do it. I would go again. I would absolutely go again. They put on a good show. They're very professional. Very professional. I thought you did a good job, but no. I cannot sit for that much time. Brandis says, this is why Derby is my sport. My ass even has a name. What is your name again? Is your name Brandis Juice Ass? Brandis Juicy? That is a godsend in roller derby. And you can also hip check. You can be scared. You know, if someone's coming around trying to get by you and you turn your big ass and you put that juicy ass right into them. Oh man, you can knock some of these slender chicks out. So you won't be doing PA for them. No way, no how. There's no way I would do that. First of all, the guy who does it, these two dudes, they know all the names really well. They know the sport. They do a fine job. I could not. It would take me months to be on their level. I'm not even close. I mean, and they do it all like without a script. They're actually doing play-by-play. Fuck that. No, that is too much work. No way. I can't do it. You got a good group there. Don't change a thing. That's my advice to you. The only thing you should change is the amount of time in between. Like, lower that intermission time. It's like, fuck, dude, come on. I can't sit here for that long. All right. So that was cool. I enjoyed that. A lot going on the weekend. So then, I'm circling the drain Saturday. I get home, and that's when I started preparing the food later on in the evening for my dad's extravaganza that O'Neill then ate. Ugh. That was crazy. Brandis says, I agree. I hate sitting around too. I don't like to cool down too much. I guess there used to be a lot of theater, like pro wrestling, in roller derby. And I think that, and what I saw was flat track. There's also like a track where it's like cambered the whole way. The whole track is slanted. And you can see old footage of like people socking each other on a banked track. That's what it's described as. And they fly over the railing and shit like that. Not at all. This is purely competition. There's nothing fake about this. I give it. I would go again. I'll say that. You got me enough that I would go again. All right. For you folks on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I will send you on your way. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. But if you want the full show, it is at twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Follow me there. Subscribe there. And you can see the show in its entirety without any interruptions if you link up your Amazon Prime account. If you like to actually get it live. Once I'm done with this, I make the audio podcast out of it. And you can get that wherever you download shows. Just search Eric Zane Show Podcast on your favorite platform. I'm on all of them. And subscribe to that so that you get the show. It shows up as soon as I get it done. So that's cool. You can have it ready to go. If I post something on the free platform, you get it. I have a Patreon, too, that I'm very, very proud of. Patreon.com/Eric Zane, where this past weekend I just posted a ton of stuff, including Who Are These Zanes, which is a weekly show where Ben and I review old audio clips from your pal EZ, different eras of his radio career. My radio career. And Who Are These Free Beers? Where, wow, we spent about 40 minutes talking about our heroes and the nonsense that was the candle recall improv conversation. And it was a real stinker to review of an effort on their part. It was literally open up the show and just no one has any idea the direction of the improv, and it sounds like it. It is not great. And Ben and I give an honest critique of it to the problems with that show. And I get a lot of people saying, oh yeah, that there's EZ's just riding the coattails. It's like, look, I don't know if you understand. Listening to the show and describing the problems with it isn't exactly riding coattails. Okay? And I made the point to somebody, I go, dude, I put 20 to 30 hours of content online every week. If every few weeks I do 30 minutes making fun of free beer and hot wings because the show sucks, I mean, that's a pretty good amount of time, or small amount of time compared to the collective work that I put out every single week. I mean, give me a break. And besides, that's not set up for lovers of the show. If you love that show, you're probably not going to like Who Are These Free Beers. But if you're a person who's kind of on the fence and maybe thinking, boy, this show's starting to suck and get boring, you're probably going to be like, yeah, I still hate Eric Zane, but he's 1,000,000% right, along with Ben and these critiques of what this show is all about. I mean, it's boring. It stinks. Oh my God. So, as I like to say, as I said in the most recent episode, if I can somehow get any person who's under the spell of that show, who somehow believe that is actually an entertaining show, to get you to realize that it is not, and get you to listen to my show, which is 1,000,000 times more entertaining than that drivel, then I've done my work. So Ryan says they should just rename the show Greggy and Chris. No, it should be Greggy and Chrissy in the mornings with Kelly. It will help attract the audience they're serving now. Yeah, it is a soft rock show now. That's exactly what it is. Aram says, I wonder if when they turn off the mics, they laugh at how easy it is to entertain people. Boy, I don't know. That's a good question. I wonder that too. Patrick says, they ride your coattails. That show would not have an audience had you not have been there. Oh, I know that. That's okay. That's okay. At the end of the day, what I do here is its own thing. It runs on its own. I don't have a care in the world. They do not have the ability individually, any of them, to do what I do. It just wouldn't work. They wouldn't even attempt it. You know? Talk about pod fade. After 3 episodes, they'd be like, oh, this is hard. Yeah, no shit. Fuck me. All right. So I will send you on your way. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. There you go. Facebook and Twitch brought to you this time around, as actually every time, by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Thank you to them. Love you guys over there. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And you can follow me, Twitter at Eric Zane Show, and on Facebook, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. Follow me on YouTube as well. Just search Eric Zane Show on YouTube. And away we go. That's awesome. Hey, I am on the radio all this week, 7 to midnight, filling in for Brett B-Side Matthews on Big 101.3. So I will be playing the oldies on the radio. So if you want to check that out, that goes on tonight. Radio Voice Linda says Justin from the old Free Beer and Hot Wing show is starting his own podcast now. He was fired from the Chicago radio station that he was on. Still amazed he got that gig. Can someone, do you have the, has he actually posted when it is? That might be a reviewable show. If anybody, you know what? It's funny because Corey doesn't like that guy, Justin, but I, you know what? I think that if anybody has the chance to be able to start one, you might not believe it. I think it might be that guy. He's kind of a wild card. Cole says, get him on for an interview. I reached out to him. I said, hey, do you want to be on my show? And he did not reply. I said hello to him. Hey, do you want to come on my show and talk about, your time on Free Beer and Hot Wings, your time on Chicago, whatever. And I was ignored. That's okay. Whatever. What the fuck? I mean, if the idea is to try to get as many people as possible to listen to your show, you're kind of failing in that regard. I mean, if Free Beer and Hot Wings said, EZ, will you come on and we can interview you about your podcast? I would absolutely do that. Linda says he launches on June 23. So I want to listen to it to see if I can review it. That might be something to review on this show. Aram says, I do remember Free Beer saying back in 2016 when confronted by someone worried about what Zane was going to be able to do, said Eric is a talented guy and will land on his feet. Oh, well, yeah, that sounds like the old political thing to say. Justin is, Linda just linked it up, and it's Justin's _new_show. Okay, good. He'll probably get plenty of people that will follow him. I mean, he was on the radio in Chicago for quite some time. And love him or hate him, there's a lot of people in the Free Beer and Hot Wings show universe who will check that out just to hear it, and that's the thing. My advice to him is, if you're going to launch in 4 days, early on, you will get an abundance of people that will check you out. So try to be entertaining. Try to be, don't overextend yourself. Keep it simple, and go at it from the standpoint of maybe tell your story about what happened to you. That people are interested. They're always interested in gossip. You cannot go wrong with gossip. Ryan says, what happens when it's not new? Sounds like it's a 3-episode banger. Well, that's the thing. When it's not new, first of all, you better impress these people so that they can come back. You better do a fair enough job in what you're talking about that they will continue to check you out. And then whatever you do, do not quit. If you say, all right, this is going to be a 5 days a week podcast, and then 3 weeks in, it becomes a 4 days a week podcast, and then 4 weeks after that, it becomes a 3 days a week. You can't decrease. You can only increase. You can never, ever decrease. As soon as you start to decrease, someone's going to show up expecting something new. It's not there. Oh, they'll replace you. The power is in the hands of the audience. They have everything in their power. Corey says, yeah, how many more stories does he have about his trailer park babysitter named Bubbles? Look, you remember. You may not like, but you remember. Doesn't matter if it's good, bad, or indifferent. As long as there's a memory and he's hooked you already. You're going to check it out, Corey. I guarantee you will check out that first episode. Was he the original EZ replacement? I never listened during the post-Zane era. I was on BBL. Well, to be honest, let's be perfectly clear here. No one exists on the planet who has the ability to replace me. I am the most unique and the most gifted. No one's better than me. You might have someone who's there, but I'm the fucking best. And I'm not even kidding. I am so great at this. I mean, think about that. For 2 hours every day, I'm having a conversation, screaming into a shitty ass camera and microphone. There's no one to talk to, yet I can continue a conversation for 2 hours nonstop like a boss. And you're like, yeah, that's not easy. Try it. Try for 5 minutes to talk into a mirror looking at yourself for 5 minutes. It's a pain in the ass. And only the most brilliant minds can do this. Only the people who are the most brilliant and defective at the same time. And that's your old pal, EZ. He took over. He joined the show after I left. That's the only thing you can say. EZ leaves, irreplaceable. Show immediately suffers. They bring in a new person who is fucked. You never want to be the new member of the team joining when the one that did everything leaves. You don't. You want to be the one after that person. Okay? And even that is not easy. The problem with that show is everyone gets a microphone when they walk in the door, and that is the kiss of death. Their idea is somehow make the show more enjoyable, or will be more enjoyable with everyone talking. So now right now they have like 6 or 7 people on the show, and they all get a microphone, and it fucking stinks. Okay, any show of that is Free Beer and Hot Wings named, the only ones that are good are when it was EZ, Free Beer and Greg, Free Beer and Hot Wings, and Joe in another room. The minute people start coming in the room, more microphones, it just stinks. It's just so much more watered down. Where was I? Okay, Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane for everything EZ related. I put hours and hours of content up every week. In fact, today, sorry, but it hasn't yet made an appearance. It will as soon as I'm done posting this one. The Lost Zane Recordings. We are in, I think, June of 2017. That's 6 fucking years ago. Holy shit. Yeah, so that's what's up at patreon.com/Eric Zane. I post 2 episodes a week for my time on BBL, Mondays and Fridays. Tuesdays is Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia with Dale. Matteo is taking on Dale this week. Matteo, brand new to Patreon. For cash, Matteo playing for $25. In fact, reminder, pay last week's competitor the money that he won. Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer. Winner. I forgot who it was. It was Ryan, I believe. Ryan B, I think. Yeah, he won $75. Patreon.com/Eric Zane dropped Who Are These Free Beers? That was a fucking smash. So much fun. And then Who Are These Zanes? And then oh my God, what else? The Insane Asylum, Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. So much fun. Love it. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. We're getting some, is it Matteo or is it Mateo? Don't know. He spells it Matteo. To me, Matteo is how you say Matteo. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's pronounced Mateo. We will find out. Tyler says he's putting his money on Mateo. I'm going with Matteo. We'll find that out tomorrow when we play Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia. All right. The open and live stream of the EZ Show is brought to you by Johnson's Carpet One. Johnson Carpet One discount outlet. Can't drop the E out of you. The leader of the gang at the discount outlet. 2 stores. The discount outlet, like I'm talking about right now, and then the main store, the main showroom. But I want you to go to the discount outlet first. In Granville, Michigan, right behind the Little Caesars. Johnson Carpet One discount outlet, the lowest price for flooring in the entire state of Michigan. I can promise you that. They buy it in bulk. They set it up. Basically, piles of flooring, carpet, laminate, vinyl plank, ceramic, hardwood. And then you just go and buy what you need. When it sells out, they buy more. They do it this way because they can offer everything for a much lower price, get more people into the store because they pay less for it. Now, if you mention my name, you get an additional 10% off. I love it. Thank you so much to Johnson Carpet One discount outlet right on Chicago Drive in downtown Granville, Michigan. You need more information, look them up. Simple to find, Johnson Carpet One. Johnson Carpet One discount outlet. It's a wonderful time at Berlin Raceway as Frankie Muniz from, what's that show called? Everybody Loves Raymond. Everybody Loves Marlon. Everybody Loves Malcolm. Malcolm in the Middle was at Berlin Raceway racing for ARCA. I missed the opportunity to see him. I was hanging out with the roller derby chicks. BerlinRaceway.com for racing this weekend. You go to BerlinRaceway.com and buy your tickets online for the upcoming event. I always like to look at the ticket price. The ARCA prices for the Frankie Muniz race, it was actually called the Frankie Muniz 500, was $20. Saturday, June 24, beach night at Berlin Raceway. Margaritaville night, beach night. Tickets are $14. I think the margaritas are dirt cheap there. Heavy pours. BerlinRaceway.com. Racing starts at 6:30 for Margaritaville night at BerlinRaceway.com. Parking is free. 15 and under free. Bring in a cooler with all your snacks and your soft drinks. No glass, no booze. Buy all your booze. Affordably priced for your booze at the track. You got a nice little bar there. You can watch its trackside as the cars rip by. You can hit on chicks and hit on dudes and drink beers and have your concessions. It's awesome. Great time at Berlin Raceway as always. Okay, don't go anywhere. Your old pal EZ has to go tinkle. Okay, I will be right back. Month of May, Bob Huggins, the basketball coach from West Virginia, was being interviewed by some radio station. And he weighed in on one of the rival schools when he was at Cincinnati, known as Xavier, which is a Catholic college. And he's being interviewed by a couple of these idiots at a Cincinnati radio station, and this is how that sounded.
Hello.
Coach Bob Huggins, you're on the air. I'm sitting here with Steve Muller and the Segman.
What would make you think I
Now, they've known each other for years.
wanted to talk to you?
Hey, Coach. Now, we're telling Huggins stories, but we had a cut at which you kind of took a little shot at me as not being a trustworthy person. Would you want to revise?
Why the thumping beat in this? Why is that a thing? These are two old men. All right, listen up. I always sit up a little taller when HelloFresh partners with the Eric Zane Show podcast. Look, HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping. It's also 25% cheaper than takeout. Because if you're going to prepare a meal like this at home that you're going to get restaurant quality food through HelloFresh, you're going to have to go to the store and buy all these giant bottles of ingredients, which are probably going to sit in your home forever until they expire, and then you throw them away. Not so with HelloFresh. Everything is pre-portioned for that meal. Shows up at your house. You look like a genius. The food is fantastic. And everybody is going to love you. I am not kidding you. I've never been so sure about something. HelloFresh.com/Zane16. When you go that route, you use code ZANE16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. HelloFresh.com/Zane16 and use code Zane16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. You're going to love this. Try it. And the month of May is perfect because HelloFresh is celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So you can try limited time, authentic recipes created in partnership with an amazing chef by the name of Serbi Sani of New York City's Tagmo restaurant. So you will be able to do that in your own home. I'm not kidding you. Do this. HelloFresh.com/Zane16. Promo code Zane16. 16 free meals. What have you got to lose? Plus free shipping. Try it today. HelloFresh. Amen. On WLW. And they've got like a banger playing in the background.
And extend those remarks.
Absolutely not.
Hey, Hugs, I told him I thought it was misunderstood, taken out of context.
It was out of context.
I don't know. It must have been my thoughts at the time.
Okay, so this is all just setting it up. A lot of laughing. Everything's hilarious. Playful jocularity between the West Virginia basketball coach, and these are people that he knows because I guess he used to coach in at Cincinnati, the university, the college right there.
Now, Steve also tells me that you have the best portal transfers. Have you poached any Xavier guys to come to play for West Virginia?
Catholics don't do that.
No, we're above the fracas, aren't we? No problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I tell you what, any school that can throw rubber penises on the floor and then say they didn't do it, my God, they can get away with anything.
So now these announcers are like, oh, he's talking about rubber penises. Maybe this is going south.
Rubber penis. Was this
I think that was at the Crosstown Shootout, wasn't it?
It was transgender night, wasn't it?
What?
Okay, now that's lost. This guy throwing out, I bet it was transgender night. Ha ha. I never heard this guy getting in any trouble for this because then Huggins says this next comment, and these guys just laugh it off.
Is that it?
It was a crosstown shootout. Yeah, no, what it was all those fags, those Catholic fags, I think.
These guys, ha ha ha, yeah, Catholic F rhymes with bags. Ha ha ha.
All right.
They were envious they didn't have one.
Oh, no. Yeah, I never heard if the radio dude got in trouble for that crack.
Rubber penis. Was this
I think that was at the Crosstown Shootout, wasn't it?
It was transgender night, wasn't it?
What?
Was that it?
It was a crosstown shootout. Yeah, no, what it was all those fags, those Catholic fags, I think.
All right.
They were envious they didn't have one.
Well, Steve, you're coming.
Yeah, because F rhymes with bags, they don't have penises. Everybody knows that. There's no penis there.
Comments about Bob Huggins. Is he the best?
He's the best.
And then these guys are like, oh, he's so good. He's the best. He's awesome.
The best ever. Is he the best assistant coach you ever had?
Who?
Steve Muller.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, anybody who can rent 2 rooms, get a chair, put a pizza in between the 2 rooms so that he can talk to Herb Jones for 2 days.
What a stupid conversation. Bill Cunningham. WLW. Yeah, he's still there. No problem. That's an iHeart radio station. He's an old man. So Huggins got in trouble for that. And I guess he was, this is near the end of the line for his career. He's an older dude. And they cut his pay in half. I think he made $1.6 million, and now he makes $800,000. Like they took his money for this incident, and he said, and then he's like, oh man, I'm so sorry if I offended you. Oh my God, I'm so. It's okay. Well, and then the school's like, all right, you can't fuck up anymore. Well, guess what? He went and he got hammered, and he was shit-faced, and he got pulled over. Not pulled over. He had blown out a tire on his vehicle, and the cop showed up and like, hey, what seems to be a problem? He goes, I blew out my fucking tire. It's all shredded. Holy shit, I got to change tire. Oh, okay. And he's in the middle of the road blocking traffic. Driver's side of the door. Driver's side open. Driver's side door. Officers directed the coach to move forward so they could assist him with the flat tire, and he had difficulty maneuvering the SUV to get out of the way of passing vehicles. So then they're like, uh-oh, something's going on here. They get a little closer, and they can smell the booze, And he's all fucked up. He's like twice the legal limit. And he ends up getting arrested. So that's awesome. That's awesome that he got arrested. And then as the day wears on, he quits. He resigned from the team. He's like, that's it. You know what it is? It's like Bob Huggins resigns as West Virginia coach in Wake Forest. Here they are. They're like a month and a half removed from Catholic F rhymes with bags comment. And they're trying to put some distance between that and this fucking retarded 69-year-old man continues to act like a belligerent asshole. Arrested Friday night. He then gathered he got out of jail. He calls his team and says, "Hey guys, let's have a team meeting." They show up at the facility. And he says, "Hey, I'm stepping down." That's it. The resignation of 69-year-old Huggins marks the end of a Hall of Fame career for one of the sports most successful and divisive coaches. He won 935 games, coached in 26 NCAA tournaments. God, that guy he had a hell of a record. And 2 Final Fours in 16 seasons at West Virginia. 16 seasons at West Virginia? Was there that long? 345 wins, 203 losses. But his final months at the school was steeped in such controversy that no path toward him continuing to coach there existed. Huggins said in a statement, he's like, yeah, I continue to fuck up. First, I was talking about the Catholic F rhymes with bags. Now I'm driving drunk. I'm going to kill a baby next week. And then maybe get busted having sex with a dog. That's it. This guy's fucked. On behalf of West Virginia, we share our appreciation. I like how West Virginia says it supported Huggins' decision to resign. They write, on behalf of West Virginia University, we share our appreciation for his service during our university, our community, and our state. Yeah, you can't do that. You need to write good riddance. It's sad that this dickhead 16-year career with plenty of success here in Morgantown is now fucked up because this drunk bigot asshole can't fucking keep his head on straight. Fuck you, and that's that. Get the fuck out. During his time as a student athlete, assistant coach, and head coach, Huggins devoted himself to his players, to our student body, to our fans and alumni, and to all of West Virginians. His contributions will always be a part of our history. Really? Lighten up. This is the type of statement you make when it's a coach who doesn't do shit like this. Not an asshole. You can't follow up a drunk driving arrest a month after F rhymes with bags, Catholic F rhymes with bags, with he'll always be a part of our history. You can't do that. You either say nothing or say he's a piece of shit. This is not the first time this son of a bitch has been arrested for drunk driving. He did it in 2004 at Cincinnati. In that one, he pled no contest, and he was suspended. He was suspended for 2 months by the school in order to go ordered to undergo rehab. But but the conviction led to a standoff with then university president Nancy Zimpher that ultimately resulted in Huggins resigning as Bearcats coach the following year. Yeah, what a fucking grow up, you piece of shit. And the whole drunken driving plea in 2004. Again, this is never going to fix itself with the level of punishment that we have for these psychopath drunk drivers who, you know, most times don't kill anybody. But sometimes, because they're drunk, they kill families. Daisy is interrupting us. She has something to say. I'm guessing you'd like to hear from her. Hang on. Hi. Hello. Okay. I called her Daisy. Aw. Darla. I miss Daisy. Darla, you want to talk to our friends? Okay. Come on. Let's get in here. Tried to bite me. She's giving me side eye. Darla. Cutest thing ever. Honey. Hey, Siri. Call Pooh, mobile on speaker. Okay. Don't go in there. I got to take Darla out to go potty. Oh, man. What a shit show that was. Whew. All right. Nothing major happened, but Pooh Bear is home. She has now taken over control of the puppy, who is just a handful. All right. So if you listen to the audio podcast, all that long intermission is cut out. There was a time when I actually used to keep that shit in, like 3 minutes or 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes of music. What the fuck am I doing? What are you doing? Edit it out, you asshole. Holy cow. All right. So where was I? I finished up the story about Bob Huggins. Let me continue by first of all reminding you to take your cars to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, 616-532-6600. That's ER Vines. Irvine's. A lot of people want to do IR, but it's ER. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. 616-532-6600. They're along... If you're on 44th Street in Grand Rapids and right by 131, 3 blocks east of 131 is Stafford. That's where they are. Check out Irvine's online, irvines.com. Thank you, Joe Martinez, 616-516-8579 from A&E Heating and Cooling. An amazing, amazing business. They want to make sure that you have everything you need to keep your AC unit performing the way it's supposed to. In the warm days ahead, summer is like 2 days away. It's been weird. We've had no rain around here for a while, and then all of a sudden it got cold somehow. What the fuck? Anyway, A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Save to playlist to see something that I want to watch. Okay, thank you. This is a little bit more from Wood TV. Wood TV is the organization that Amy Wolf, the assistant news director, sent out a memo to all the staff. Big mistake about, hey, a little less on the gay stuff. We're getting a little too gay. Remember, there's a bunch of conservative bigots that make up the lion's share of the audience. So let's be a little bit less accommodating to the local gays. And then one of the folks that works in the newsroom sent that off to some like watchdog group, and the story went viral. And then Nexstar, who owns Wood TV, came out and said, no, they were wrong. These people, the news director, the assistant news director, they have nothing to do with... and if someone wants to talk about the local gays, they can talk about the local gays. You know, that goes against all of our principles. So I talked to a nameless, faceless person at Wood TV about this exact thing. And this person wrote that this person was very, very proud of what happened there and is happy that this person, that Wood TV was called out. So I thought that was cool. Anyway, so now Wood is like super gay. They're back to being super gay. First, they were like, you know, they were talking about like Grand Haven Pride Festival or whatever it was, and then they get the memo. We got to be less gay. And then the shit hits the fan, and now they're back to being super gay. Okay. So this is the latest. Wait till you see this one person who literally says, "Yeah, I just wanted to be super gay." Here, I mean, those are the exact words of this person. So here you go. This is the event that I was at over the weekend.
Pride Festival took over Calder Plaza today. It has been 35 years since its first in 1988.
Now, I don't know if they're going to show the booth that had those fans that say like "eat my jizz" and "suck my cunt" and shit like that. That was horrible. I don't think we'll see that.
News 8's Taylor Morris was at today's celebration and has a breakdown of recent events in the state legislature regarding the LGBTQ plus community.
Amanda, for the entire month of June, communities all across the state are holding different festivals and events to celebrate the LGBTQ plus community. Over in Grand Haven last weekend, the city held its first ever Pride Festival. And today, Grand Rapids held one of the largest Pride festivals in the area.
Yeah, there you go. Happy Pride! But by the way, the food truck's over there. We got some tacos. And oh, fuck. And authentic as hell. Diana says, we need some Mexicans to serve us food. So she looks for the food truck that has Mexicans. So then she starts speaking Spanish to the lady taking the order. I'm like, oh, fuck, don't do that. And then she assumes I speak Spanish. Starts asking me if I want this, that, and the other thing in Spanish. I'm like, oh, yeah, sounds good. She goes, do you even know what she said here? I go, I have no fucking idea. She said she wanted to know if you want onions on that taco. And I said, well, fuck yeah, put onions on it. I don't give a shit.
In Grand Rapids today, thousands of people came downtown to celebrate three things: their identity.
Okay. This is the person. Look at who, well, you know what? I'll just play it.
This is just a fun Pride look, and I want it to be super gay.
Okay. Siren said that Siren wanted to look super gay. Now, I don't know if this looks gay. This looks, you ever see that movie, The Fifth Element? With, what's his name? The guy who's got dementia now. Woody Harrelson. Well, Woody Harrelson, I think, is in it. No, maybe he isn't. I don't know if he is. The guy who's, Yippee-ki-yay. Bruce Willis. This looks like a character from The Fifth Element.
This is just a fun Pride look, and I want it to be super gay.
Yeah, that's okay. I like how there's the lipstick, and then this person who is a dude has a full mustache, and the mustache is dyed the same color as the lipstick. That is intense. So that's what Siren did.
Love.
Look at these guys. They're going to fuck.
And human rights.
I just want to thank the city of Grand Rapids for...
Hey, it's Bender Bones. That's our pal Bender.
I want to thank the city of Grand Rapids for providing this incredible opportunity to support all our individuals here who are coming out to celebrate their identity, and a huge act of protest against the current changing political climate. All these people are in the good fight, and I'm proud to be amongst them.
Okay, side note. Boy, I got to find this on my phone. It just popped in my brain. There was Okay, I think it was my Facebook page. Give me a second. It's concerning the Satanic Temple of West Michigan. Okay. Because I took a picture of Bender and posted it. We talked about that. And then someone sent this along to me. There's a local page called Hudsonville Informed where people are like, oh, yeah, we're having a fucking flea market. We're having a garage sale. Hey, is there a lost dog? There's like 8,000 people that follow it. Someone wrote, get ready for this, Ottawa County, and specifically Hudsonville. We already have a satanic temple that has moved into the basement of the Hudsonville United Church of Christ, the UCC. And that's not true. It didn't happen. And but this person wrote it as fact. Now we have this man, Bender Bones, pushing to open our OC Commissioner, Ottawa County. You remember how Bender said he's going to try to get prayer at the start of the Ottawa County Commission meetings? He's still trying to do that. Now we have Bender trying to push down meetings with a satanic prayer, and he's just getting started. Satan has moved into Hudsonville and Ottawa County, and none of this is in hiding anymore. There is a hard push for this. We all need to wake up and get involved. I cannot express this enough. It's time to get off the sidelines. They are talking about satanic clubs in schools after school as well. Our Bible Belt city has fallen asleep, and we all need to wake up. I mean, that was everything. That with everything in me. Get involved, pray against this, and start standing up and speaking up. Okay. They are simply following the things that Ottawa County laid out. They're using Ottawa County as an example of what can happen if you start to weave religion into the business of running a county. Bender chimed in and said, this is absolutely false. We have no affiliation with this church. However, that church looks like a wonderful and open-minded church. I wish them all the best and hope their work spreads love and joy. It saddens me that people would try to attack them to get me. I'm ready to deal with the bigotry. I signed up for it. But these folks at the UCC deserve peace. So I love that Bender is getting involved in this deal. But these people are like, oh no. And people are like, yeah, this is what you signed up. This is what you did. Josh writes, quote, this is almost as bad as when we let black people live here. All right. More from this story about about Pride. This lady is one of the local gays. Bender talks, and then one of the local gays speaks.
And I'm proud to be amongst them.
People like me, we grew up here. We're happy to see it. But coming here today.
She looks like Kate McKinnon. Okay, now I want you to notice this. See in the background, the guy with the dog mask? This dude here, this marine shirted guy, is walking this guy like a dog. He's got a leash. Some of them put the leashes around the neck, some on the back. I'm not sure what's up with that. I see people with dog masks just like that. And then you know what else I saw was people with these furry hats. They're known as furries, I guess. They might have like an anamorphic, I'm getting the lingo wrong, hat on, not like of any, it could be of a pet. It could be of like a panda or a fictional character. And they're walking around like there was a guy and his significant other was like this panda creature and was like buying a T-shirt and the chick's talking through the mask. Like, oh, yeah, I mean, everything's fine. And I'm like, what's going on with that? So I guess we're supposed to just, hey, no big deal. If we want to be a cat, we can be a cat. Now, I think we need to look big picture. I think the idea here is, it isn't so much, let's let these people take a shit in a litter box. I mean, they might. But I think the idea is, society, they're trying to teach society to look beyond all that shit. That's all I can, that's the only way I'm putting my own slant into this. to help myself understand because I don't know. Now, it might be that I get guy who looks like dog or panda bear. He might say, no, fuck you. I'm actually a panda bear. I don't know. But I don't, that's all brand new to me. Holy shit. Yeah, so that's the dude with the dog mask, and this Marine here is leading him around by a chain.
But coming here today, I see my friends' kids here. And I'm happy to support the youth and the future me's of this city.
Okay, so she's an old lesbian.
It's really exciting.
In Michigan, just this year, 7 bills targeting the trans community have been introduced to the state house. 2 would restrict bathroom use. 1 would require...
I'm torn on a lot of these. Now, let's park on this. Eric Zane, if a person born a man identifies as a woman... wants to go into the women's bathroom. God, that's tough for your old pal Easy. I'm having difficulty wrapping my head around it. I guess. But what I'm more concerned about is someone taking liberty and abusing that. 1 would require trans athletes to compete under their biological gender. Yeah, I struggle with that too. I've talked about that on this show. I don't know if I can get behind that. I mean, what about, the women that are competing? How is that fair for them? I've kind of always fallen under the, if transgender people want to participate, they can have their own category. What's wrong with that? Well, yeah, but there's only one. Well, I mean... get more to come out. Have a transgender category. You could have 2 transgender categories. You could have guys that want to be chicks and girls that want to be guys. Number 3, this third proposal, consequences for parents allowing children to be given puberty blockers or gender reassignment surgeries. Yeah, I was torn on that too, but I'm leaning more towards opposing puberty blockers or opposing getting in the way of gender reassignment surgeries because, for a lot of these young people, it's torture to be for a person who's a chick who wants to be a dude and the opposite of that. It's absolute torture to them to live. They feel so uncomfortable in their skin. And then, so that's how I feel about that. I think that is one that should not take place.
Trans athletes to compete under their biological gender. 3, proposed consequences for parents allowing children to be given puberty blockers or gender reassignment surgeries. Many people we spoke to at today's festival said they wanted to come out to show support because of recent political events.
I've been coming out to Pride for the past several years, and especially...
Well, what is this person's name again? Spicy or Spicer? Space Lady?
Actually, this year with all the political events, I wanted to...
Okay, so she said she wants to look extremely gay. I think this person looks like shit. I'm sorry, but I accept you, but you look like a big wet bag of fucking cocks.
Be with my community.
Also this year, Governor Whitmer signed legislation to expand the Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act to include protections against discrimination for people in Michigan who identify as LGBTQ+.
It feels good to have a governor that's supporting us.
I'm really happy about what Governor Whitmer did there. She should be here today, though. She missed out.
Also at today's event was Trinity United Methodist Church.
We want to let everyone know that God loves you no matter who you are, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's kind of our pastor's mantra.
Okay. This lady's name is actually Andrea Gay. That's perfect.
And we love Pride, and we want people to know that they're accepted no matter who they are and what their beliefs.
All right, now here's the queens. These are the performers. There was a great moment where they transport them to the stage via what you just saw in the golf carts. And there's this one, and someone says, "I love you." And then the drag queen goes, "You know what? I'm better than you." And I thought, what a fucking troll. That is great. I'm so much better than you. I was like, yes, get her.
The festival wrapped up a little bit ago at 10 o'clock, and besides the Elliott Larson Act, the other bills are still in committee. Amanda?
That's that. I think that's the end of our gayness for the day today. That's today's update in gay. Easy, what's going on with you? Why? Well, I've had a lot of conversations with people that just make sense to me and have put me in this frame of mind. Okay? And I think it kind of lends to the whole shift since Election Day 2020. When Trump lost, I was like, well, that's that. And then the immediate, no, the election was rigged. As soon as that started to happen, I was like, it wasn't rigged at all. I don't believe that. And since then, there's been a seismic shift in the world, and that's kind of the boat that I'm in. Someone asked me, "Who are you voting for?" the other day, and I said, "Anyone but Trump. Anyone but Trump. That's all I care about. I just don't want Trump in office because, well, for obvious reasons, which I've detailed here many times before." And then I'm getting a lot of people lately that are like busting my balls about talking with Bender Bones, Satanic Temple of West Michigan, from supporting these objectified, marginalized, suicidal people in a lot of cases in the gay community, and letting me have it, and they're not following me on Twitter or Facebook and shit like that, and I don't care. To me, it all works out, win-win, and my response is, yeah, worry about you. A big portion of the problems in this country are because people are worried about others. You need to not worry about others. You need to worry about you. Some of these people that indict your old pal EZ can't even manage their own bodies. Okay? Worry about you. Basic hygiene needs to be in the forefront. Put that front burner, put your old pal EZ on the back burner. Kenny says, saw this the other day. People always think homeschooling is weird, but we've got kids walking around public schools who identify as cats. Okay, yes. And that's definitely something new. That's definitely something new. I can tell you this. If I had a kid that identified as a cat, I'm in the frame of mind now that I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go full cat. I'll do it with you. Because if you don't, they end up throwing themselves out of a skyscraper. And then you got a dead cat and you feel bad because you didn't support the cat, you know? So, Kenny, if your daughter says that she identifies as a dinosaur and wants to take a shit in sand in your house, it's important that you not buck that trend. You don't want a dead dinosaur on the sidewalk, for fuck's sake. You got to support these people. It's not our place. Josh says, I'm on board with people being identified as animals as long as we listen to Bob Parker saying, have your pets spayed and neutered. That's a horrible joke. Okay. Where am I taking this show now? Okay, we got Bob Huggins. That's done. We got Easy. Super gay. This chick in, I forgot what community, was walking across the stage at her high school, getting her diploma. And they said to the students ahead of time, don't do anything to draw attention to yourself. Keep it low key. And don't buck the trend and do anything other than walk across the stage, high school graduation, get your diploma, and then sit down. And some babe walking across the stage started to do the gritty. Is that how you say it? Do the gritty, or just started to gritty? And, I mean, they were serious. They said no gritty, and she grittied, and now no diploma. Audio check, video check. Starts out with her saying, they stole this from me.
She stole that moment from me. I will never get that again.
Hafsa Abdur Rahman cried tears of humiliation instead of joy at her high school graduation on June 9th. The 17-year-old says the principal warned students their families could not cheer or clap when they walk on stage.
And I understood the rules.
Okay, so there you see in the clip, and you must click on this if you're listening to the audio podcast. You see the person who's supposed to actually give her the diploma says, no, you don't get this now. Now you don't get it because you were doing the gritty.
I was telling in the video, I'm like, do not say nothing because I want my diploma. I knew and understood what we were supposed to do.
In this video, you can see Abdur Rahman.
Okay, first she does the throat slash.
Dance across the stage. And then hear the response from the crowd. She says because they laughed, the principal told her she could not receive her diploma.
If they thought that I shouldn't do the gritty across the stage and do the Girls High traditions, nobody should have been able to wave or blow kisses or do period signs because I feel like that's the same thing.
Okay. So she's saying if you wave, they said no dancing, don't do anything that's going to get laughter from the crowd. Don't do anything. You can wave, you can blow kisses. So people wave and they blow kisses. She does what they told her not to do. And she did it. And they said, if you do that, you won't get your diploma right then. Now she eventually does get it. They're going to show her with it. But I mean, why do I support the school here? If you did your fucking dance, you should expect to not do exactly what they told you that they were going to do, and they did it, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, they stole this from me. No. You fucked up. You fucked up. You broke the rules. Now, if they said to you, hey, everybody can blow kisses and have a good time, and then you did it, and then they took it away from you, but they warned you. They said, don't do any of this shit. This is a high-class operation. I don't know. Is it stupid? Of course it's stupid. But they did say going in, they called their shot, and they backed it up and said, that's it, bitch. You're not getting your diploma. And she's like, what? Huh?
Do the gritty across the stage and do the Girls High traditions. Nobody should have been able to wave or blow kisses or do period signs because I feel like that's
do period signs? What does that even mean?
Same thing. So I just thought it was really unfair.
Bullshit. It was absolutely fair. Shut the fuck up.
Abdur Rahman says she's not alone. 3 other girls did not get their diplomas on stage, but all of them did after the ceremony.
There you go.
School District of Philadelphia said in a statement, quote, the district does not condone the withholding of earned diplomas based on family members cheering for their graduates. We apologize to all the families and graduates who were impacted.
Okay, now even the school, don't say that. You can't say we apologize to all the families and graduates who were impacted and are further looking forward into this matter to avoid it happening in the future. No, that's a non-apology. You need to say, yeah, this bitch was told she fucked up. Those are the rules. You won't have that problem anymore.
And are further looking into this matter to avoid it happening in the future.
Yeah, so they're saying, yeah, we're really trying to keep kids from doing what we told them not to do. They're not saying sorry that she didn't get a diploma. They're politely leaning into our way or the highway. Fuck it.
Although Abdur Rahman wishes she had a better experience, she and her mother hope school leaders learned a valuable lesson.
It's 2023. A lot has happened. These girls went through COVID together. I understand.
Oh, shut up. Well, don't listen to the rules.
Traditions and rules are set, in place for a reason, and we're not saying that they should be broken, but it might need to be revised also.
Fuck off. I'm with this chick here. Now, you know what's going to happen to this chick who said, hey, by the way, you don't get your diploma? She's going to be, canceled. She's going to lose her job. And all sorts of shit's going to happen to her. Tyler writes, bitch fucked around and she found out when we didn't give her the diploma. That's what it should have said. Bitch fucked around and found out. Cole writes, no individuality. We want this to be as boring as possible for all the families that don't care about 99% of you assholes graduating high school. No, bullshit. They said ahead of time. If they said, all right, yeah, I want you all to grab your pussies when you're walking across the stage and fist yourselves. I mean, whatever. You can do whatever you want. Who gives a fuck? But no, they said, no, none of that shit. We're trying to have a high-class operation. Cole says the school and the girl are both asshole of the day. Bullshit. The school gets an award. I love the school. Amanda says, what if they did the Black Panther sign or the Heil Hitler? What if? Yeah, I think it's very simple. You gather up these fucking idiots and say, just walk across. If you do anything other than walk across, you could very well not get your diploma. Okay? So that means white people blow kisses. Black people with a covering over your head, whatever that's called. Hajij, whatever. I don't know. You're going to get in trouble for doing the gritty. None of that gritty shit. None of that throat slash shit. Knock it the fuck off. I fully support the chick and the school. No, I mean, not the chick walking across the stage. In fact, they should have taken that diploma because they gave it to her after. They should have ripped it up and said, you got to start over. You're back in 9th grade, bitch. We warned you. Holy fuck. All right. I don't know who Bebe Rexha is. Bebe Rexha is a pop star. Bebe Rexha had a bad weekend. Last night, she's making an appearance, New York City somewhere. Looks like a small club. Everybody loving on Bebe Rexha. What happens to Bebe Rexha here? Audio check, video check. Okay, now there's Bebe Rexha. Bebe Rexha's going to walk out onto the stage and sing and dance and all that other shit. And watch her head. Oh! Some motherfucker threw a cell phone. A big cell phone. And it hit her. He threw his fucking cell phone and hit her in the side of the head with the fucking phone. Oh. Her face. Hit her in the face. And she went down. Bebe Rexha goes down after that. You heard that guy. Someone threw a phone at her. Oh. He was rushed off the stage. You got to see this if you're watching the audio podcast. Click on the link. 3 stitches. End of show. The band's playing on. Look at these guys. Holy shit. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Slow-mo. Look at... Oh, no. Look at the size of that fucking phone. Holy shit. There it is. Second before impact. Boom. Owie. She canceled the scheduled meet and greet after the concert. Oh, man. She's got a juicy ass. She can do roller derby. Wow. Yeah, that's ugly. That had to hurt. Holy shit. It was like the edge of the phone. You know, just cut the shit out of her. My God. Holy crap. Maureen says one jerk ruins it for everyone. How about the fact that the phone is gone, though? Your phone is your life. I mean, I would rather have one of my kids get abducted than lose my phone. I mean, my phone is that important to me. If someone called up and said, hey, your child, Madison, just got abducted at, what do you call it? Electric Forest. I'd be like, oh, no. And then someone said, hey, you lost your phone was just, oh, my God. Phone is life. I shouldn't have to say that. I'm kidding, by the way. Always get another phone. Amanda says, yeah, but it was thrown. Who throws their own phone? If you want to do some damage and not lose your phone, they should have thrown a rock or a bottle or something like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about losing the phone. I'm talking about the guy threw the phone. Yeah, I want to hit Bebe Rexha or whatever the fuck her name is, Teddy Ruxpin, in the face with something. I'll throw my phone? No, you got to go outside of the venue and get some large landscaping, perhaps, and then throw it in like you're inbounding a soccer ball at her. That's how you do that. Kenny says somebody probably got into an argument with their GF or BF, and then they took it and threw it. Perhaps. Maybe that was like Crazy Ashley and producer Saint Gaslight. We know that Ashley loves to throw technology. So maybe this is someone of that mindset. I don't know. There she is. And she weighs in. She's not above throwing technology. We know she was the one who invented. Talk about Juneteenth, a holiday to recognize. She invented Flying Laptop Day. March 17th used to be St. Patrick's Day. That's what people celebrated. But no, now they celebrate Flying Laptop Day. That bitch will throw technology. God damn, I would hate to piss her off in the presence of a 75-inch flat screen. Fucking yank that thing off the wall like Mighty Joe Young and throw it like a goddamn Frisbee. Shit. Deadly with throwing technology. Points if you get the Mighty Joe Young reference. I could have gone with the King Kong, but that's a little bit too big of a gorilla. We got to go with Mighty Joe Young. All right. So anyway, I guess she's going to be okay. Who knows? We are close to the finish line, ladies and gentlemen. The asshole of the day is next. I do want to remind you that if you are in the... let me start over. If you're thinking about wanting to buy a home, the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage wants to hear from you. No matter where you are in the U.S., reach out. 231-332-6505 to get a mortgage. Like Ashley there. She's living with her mom and dad. Every day another piece of technology comes flying out of the house. She's going to be getting a mortgage soon. I can feel it. She makes like $700,000 a year and then lives in her dad and mom's basement. What the fuck? The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage can get you into a mortgage, Ashley. Just walk in the door, bat your eyes, and say, I'm here to get a mortgage. They'll help you. Believe me. 231-332-6505. 231-332-6505. Call today. NMLS number 3035. Kent County Health Department. I saw them at Pride. They asked me if I wanted to take an STI. An STI test. No. I have been having sex with the same woman for like 30 years. I think I'm good. Kent County Health Department, accesskent.com/health. If you like having sex with lots of people, like Ashley's pal Jill, get an STI from the Kent County Health Department. Their website is accesskent.com/health, 616-632-7200. Sarah Honda Granville, SERRA. SarahHondaGranville.com. March in there, test drive a brand new Honda vehicle. Absolutely fantastic. The best in the business. You will love your Honda vehicle. Test drive one today at Sarah Honda Granville. They also have Michigan's largest selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. These are the ones you can drive off the lot from today. They're 1 or 2 years old. And holy crap, they absolutely will make your day. Sarah Honda Granville. Ashley says, send Kent County to the marinas in Grand Haven. Get to the source. Yeah. Ashley's pal Jill gets tons of dick. Y'all don't know her. I've met her once. And she gave me a vibe that she gets stuffed a lot. Like, what's going on here? Oh, yeah, she has sex with lots of dudes. I go, oh, okay. Like I say, has she ever had sex with more than one dude at a time? And it's true. She has. Like, a lot of dudes. There is visual proof that I have not seen, but I've been told. And there she says it. Ashley said 5. Her pal Jill got porked by 5 dudes, sent Ashley a picture, and the story I was given was it said bucket list. Like, she's there, and, yeah, 5 dudes. Holy cow. Tyler writes, gangbang check. Yeah, she woke up and said, there's 5 dudes. I'm going to call 5 dudes. Holy cow. All right. The elusive DVDA. I don't think that's possible. DVDA. Ashley says she's 56. Let her live her dreams. Yeah. No, it's totally fine, but just get an AIDS test. We don't want you spreading AIDS. Instead of spreading AIDS, spread paint at TC Paintball. I don't think Rick counted on that type of connection. Online at tcpaintballgr.com. Book an event at TC Paintball. You will have so much fun. Get the neighborhood kids together. Get the dad squad together. Have the mom squad show up and watch the dad squad do their thing with the kids. It's so much fun. Or maybe the moms want to participate. Moms do participate in paintball. They even have a ladies' league at TC Paintball and a kids' little league. They use a lower impact gun, so kind of introduce the kids to paintball without the big welts that you get. TCPaintballGR.com. Love them. Your asshole of the day today. Brought to you by the aforementioned Rick at TC Paintball. Yes, on Friday it was the dog fucker. Okay. Today it is the Grad Haji bitch. Congratulations. You have won asshole of the day. They told you they're going to take away the stupid diploma. You deserve everything you get. Sorry. They didn't ruin the day. You ruined the day. You did that. That's your fault. Rick says that was a professional segue. I'm so glad you're here. Linda says, friend as a gangbang? Good. You know, most people want to have a gangbang, but they're too sheepish to go about that. Like if I wasn't married to the Queen of the Forest, and like if okay, let's say the Queen of the Forest walked in here and said, all right, it's time to have sex, but these 4 chicks are with me too. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Most people would not admit that. And so there's that. That's like a reverse gangbang. A lot of gangbang talk on the show today. So guys most dudes would love a reverse gangbang. But I don't know if women would be, I think women are more reserved than dudes. I don't know if they'd admit it. They might do it, but I don't know if they'd admit it. Ashley's friend, not only does she want to do it, but she actually did it. Wasn't there a joke? How do you get 5 black guys from having sex with a white chick? You throw in a basketball. Wasn't that that's a great joke? I've always loved that joke. That's an excellent joke. All right. Thank you, folks. I appreciate you. I will talk to you on the Patreon. Bye-bye.